What's up, guys? It's Lord Botha here with another video, and Am I Racist has placed fairly high at the box office. Am I Racist by conservative podcaster Matt Walsh and faith-based God's Not Dead, In God We Trust hit top 10 specialty box office. This comes to us from Deadline, and it states, Am I Racist, the first theatrical release from Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro's The Daily Wire, had a phenomenal opening weekend, grossing $4.75 million on 1,517 screens for the number 4 spot at the domestic box office and one of the top documentary bows of the past decade. Am I Racist follows the host of the podcast, The Matt Walsh Show, as he goes undercover with tweed jacket and ponytail to earn his DEI certificate on a mock journey towards anti-racism. Yeah, if you don't know anything about the movie, it's essentially a half documentary, half Borat-style mockumentary, where Matt Walsh goes undercover to try to become less racist, when in actuality the film is about exposing anti-racism and DEI institutions and programs and the people who run them as grifters trying to con large businesses out of money by hiring them for training programs to tell their employees essentially that they're racist. The film also has a 99% Rotten Tomatoes audience score with 500 ratings but no critic ratings on the site. This is mostly because I think most film critics are actually scared to review this. They know if they give the movie a good review that they're going to be called all kinds of ist and phobes by whack jobs online on the left. However, they also know if they give the film a bad review, they're just going to be painted as part of the woke DEI problem by the right. So I almost understand why critics aren't actually reviewing the film. Either way, they're going to get hate, but I mean, come on, that's the life of a critic, right? Being a critic is like being a referee. No matter what you do, half the people are going to hate you. So they might as well come out from cowering and actually review the film. They also break down the demographics of people going to see the film here. It seems it's 56% male, 44% female. Not a big surprise there. Fairly in the middle of the road, though men tend to skew more conservative. 64% Caucasian. Not a huge surprise there either, though that does say that a significant portion of the audience going to see this is also not white people, and 40% under the age of 35. Now that's interesting. That means that a lot of young conservatives, which I think the Daily Wire is actually more popular with young conservatives than people give it credit for, especially young married conservatives, are going to see this film and are interested in products from the Daily Wire. It's also important to note that according to Box Office Mojo, this puts the film just outside of the top 60 grossing documentaries released in theaters of all time. And not just the opening weekend, I mean the gross revenue life of the film. Just behind a movie called Bring the Soul the Movie, which I gotta be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea what that is. And again, it's only its first opening weekend. I plan myself to go see the film probably later today. And keep in mind, this is also just over 1,500 theaters, which is about half or even a third of the amount of theaters something like a blockbuster Marvel film might get. And the film only got a domestic release, so it's not even being shown to audiences worldwide. Though I gotta be honest with you, I don't know how much revenue that would actually generate for the Daily Wire when you can figure the cost of putting it worldwide, because I don't know how well the film would be received by audiences in places like the UK and Greater Europe, where their politics definitely tend to lean heavily on the pro-DEI, pro-all-white people are racist leftist ideology. So would releasing internationally have helped them? Maybe a little bit, but I highly doubt it. The point of all this is that this documentary is doing really well, like I kind of thought it was going to. And a lot of people thought it was going to. So much so that several of the so-called grifters mentioned in this film and featured in interviews, and their programs were featured and etc., they have deleted their Twitter accounts. They've essentially gone into social media hiding. This film might have significant political ramifications going forward when it comes to DEI practices within companies, and companies could be looking at a Super Size Me style event here that will change some of their practices. But that's just my thought on the situation. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. We'll talk to you again later.